There's 1:54 left in the first. Clark, the pass to Prez. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
And really can't fault the D there. Prez just torching them with better offense.
And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Worked that one inside nicely.
Iguodala dishes to Varejao. Iguodala against Burks. And good that time.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
It's something they better correct quickly because he'll start running wild if they don't defend him any tougher than that.
And the foul on Alec Burks. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, that's a tough break for the D. I mean, he took the hit and drew the whistle.
Shaun Livingston, he's checked in for West. Livingston kicks to Varejao. Kicks it out to Iguodala. From deep. Hands it from downtown.
Such a sweet stroke from Andre on the three ball. Always a danger to light it up from there.
Mack, the pass to Ingles. Trying his luck deep. Mack, good.
Back at you. I mean, they immediately get those 3 points back.
Hey, let's see if this turns into a long-range shootout.
Here's Prez. And he lays it straight in. Prez has got his second bucket of the game to go.
And it really starting to look like they're going to have one of those days where nothing goes wrong.
This is a team on a mission. I can't believe this already is a double-digit lead, and we're not even out of the first quarter.
Livingston dishes to Prez. Iguodala kicks to Varejao. Here's Clark. He's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Prez, no good. Now Burks, Ingles, and again it's the Jazz from deep. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Warriors ahead. They're up by 8. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in just a moment. And the Warriors with some changes. Pachulia, he's checked in for Varejao. Prez comes in for Kevin Durant. And Ian Clark subbed in for Steph Curry. Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Utah. Rodney Hood comes in for Alec Burks. Prez, he's in at small forward. Iguodala out there with Pachulia. And there's Livingston. And it's Clark in at the shooting guard. That's the Warriors 5.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Warriors leading by 12.
Well, you have Rodney Hood, player coming out of Duke that can shoot the basketball lights out. I've always been impressed with him, and now he's been able to run the offense as a secondary ball handler.
And Hood out of Duke is a lefty. Pretty crafty with the ball in his hands, and he can score in isolation.
The lefty does a nice job. He comes off pick and rolls deceptively quick. He can get to the rim, or he can pull up, and usually it's a bucket.
And the Utah Jazz, with all their young talent, a team that's been on the cusp in the Western Conference, I mean, they felt they were ready to make a playoff push, and acquiring some quality veteran leaders with George Hill, Joe Johnson, and Boris Diaw, I think is just what the doctor ordered.
Prez kicks to Pachulia. Now here's Livingston. He's covered by Mack. And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And for the Jazz, Greg, do you like their moves this summer, adding all those veterans?
George Hill, I think, fits a need at the point guard, but can also play alongside Dante Exum. Boris Diaw, a skilled big man who fits well with Gobert and Derek Favors. And then Joe Johnson, a proven shooter and scorer in big-time possessions. So I think overall they did well.
For Sean Livingston, a lot of his scores come from him hitting a jumper on a smaller guard. His post-up game and turnaround shot are one of the hardest things to stop in the league.
And so many people say, well, he has an advantage because of his size and height. But first of all, you got to have the ability and skills to handle the basketball as a point guard. And so what, you're down there with smaller guys. You have to have skill set to make those turnaround jumpers. And also the mid-range game, that's an art. Sean Livingston has mastered it.
Mack, good.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
Warriors leading by 8. This is to Livingston. Here's Clark. Goodbye, Hood. Clark kicks to Livingston. Utah with the rebound. Want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
Well, that was a very physical game, and I think that plays into their hands. So a lot of their points came at the foul line.
They love mixing it up with the opponent and drawing contact, which is why.
Look here for the Warriors. David West, he's checked in for Pachulia. Iguodala comes in for Draymond Green. Prez is checked in for Klay Thompson. And Ian Clark subbed in for Curry. So Utah going with an almost entirely new group here. Jeff Withey, he's checked in for Gobert. Joe Ingles comes in for Johnson. Alec Burks checked in for Rodney Hood. And Mack subbed in for Hill. So on the floor for Utah, Shelvin Mack is out there with some changes for Golden State. Anderson Varejau's checked in for West. Prez comes in for Ian Clark. And it's Livingston in for Curry. The Jazz also changing it up. Rudy Gobert, he's checked in for Jeff Withey. Johnson comes in for Gordon Hayward. And it's Hill in for Shelvin Mack. And for Golden State, Prez in at shooting guard. Iguodala out there with Durant. Then there's Anderson Varejao. And it's Livingston in at point. And it's in there.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Warriors.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even.
And they've taken control of the season series. This brings them to 2-0 with 1 game left against this squad. A fantastic show. And what an amazing all-around game it was for Green.
He played this game with a crazy intensity that showed up in his rebounding more than anywhere else. On the boards, he was a major presence, and that was a big advantage for them tonight.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
The clock now can just run out for the Warriors. Now here's Prez. Not a lot of room. Unloads. That one off the back iron and out. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish.